Hello there, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. We've got another story for you guys, so I hope you're ready. So go ahead. If you don't have them now, go get your snacks, go get your drinks, pause the video, run to the bathroom, come on back. Now sit back, relax, and stay tuned. The name of this story is called Franklin Wants a Pet by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He could sleep alone in his small, dark shell. He even had a best friend named Bear. But Franklin wanted something else. He wanted a pet. Franklin had wanted a pet since he was small. But whenever he asked, "May I have a pet, please?" his parents said, "Maybe, someday." Franklin waited for a long time. He often pretended to have a pet. He took Sam, his stuffed dog, for walks. He taught Sam tricks. He even helped Sam bury some bones. But Sam wasn't a real pet. One day, Franklin asked his parents again, "May I have a pet, please?" Franklin's parents looked at each other. "We'll think about it," they answered. At first, Franklin was happy because they did not say no. Then, Franklin became worried. His parents could think about things for days and days. That day, Franklin visited Bear and told him all about the pet he wanted. "If I had a pet, it would be a bird," said Bear. "Why?" asked Franklin. "Because birds sing beautiful songs," said Bear. "Birds are nice," said Franklin, "but their loud singing may wake me up too early." Franklin waited until morning before asking his parents if they had finished thinking yet. "Not quite," said Franklin's mother. "We need to know that you could take care of a pet." Franklin nodded his head up and down. "Could you feed your pet?" asked Franklin's father. Franklin nodded again. He almost said please 100 times in a row, but he stopped himself. Franklin visited Beaver and told her all about the pet he wanted. "If I had a pet, it would be a cat," said Beaver. "Why?" asked Franklin. "Because cats make purring sounds," she answered. "Cats are nice," said Franklin, "but you never know where they are." Later that day, Franklin asked his parents, "Are you finished thinking?" "Not yet," they answered. "Please hurry," said Franklin. His father sighed. "Franklin, this is a big decision. A pet costs money to buy and to keep." Franklin offered all the money in his piggy bank and hoped it was enough. After counting his pennies, Franklin visited with Goose and told her all about the pet he wanted. "If I had a pet, it would be a bunny," said Goose. "Why?" asked Franklin. "Because bunnies have wiggly whiskers." "Bunnies are nice," said Franklin, "but I think whiskers might make me sneeze." After 3 whole days, Franklin was tired of waiting for his parents to finish thinking. He had a plan. He brought Sam to the breakfast table. "I have been taking care of Sam for a long, long time," he said. "I will take good care of a real pet too. I will feed it. I will clean its house. I will take it to the vet if it gets sick." Franklin's parents smiled. It sounds as if you've been doing a lot of thinkings too, they said. So may I have a pet, please? He begged. They whispered to each other. Then they nodded their heads up and down. Oh, thank you, said Franklin. He wanted to go to the pet store right away. We'll help you choose a puppy tomorrow, said his father. No, thank you, said Franklin. I do not want a dog. His parents were surprised. Dogs are nice, said Franklin, but I want a quiet pet. Franklin's mother asked if he wanted a kitten. No, thank you, said Franklin. Kittens are nice, but I want a pet that stays close by. Is it a hamster you want? Said Franklin's father. Franklin shook his head. No, thank you. A rabbit? Asked Franklin's mother. No, thank you, said Franklin. What kind of pet do you want? Asked his parents. Franklin smiled and said, I'll show you tomorrow. At the pet store, Franklin pointed to a fish. I want a goldfish, he said. A goldfish? They said. Why? A fish cannot do tricks or play with you. So Franklin explained. He liked to watch fish swim slowly around and around. He liked their beautiful colors, and he liked the way they made him feel inside, quiet and calm. Besides, he said, I love goldfish. That's the best reason of them all, said Franklin's parents. Franklin named his fish Goldie. He took very good care of her, just as he promised. Every morning, Franklin watched Goldie swim around and around. And every night, before he went to bed, Franklin blew a great big fish kiss and whispered, I love you, Goldie. Well, that ends our story. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because it seems like Franklin was bound and determined to get his parents to agree to let him have a pet.
I had a few moments in the story.
Okay, what were your moments?
Well, I couldn't get over Franklin wanting a pet, and every time he went to a friend and they talked about the pet they would have, I kept thinking to myself, aren't you a pet?
Okay, I see where you're going with that, because it is kind of an oxymoron. And for you guys who don't know what that is, that's just like a combination of contradictory, where it's just crazy up and down. It's like the up and down place that seems normal. So we're so used to a story about Franklin, the turtle, that he's given such humanistic personality.
Right.
It just kind of, when it talks about pets, you don't think of any of the characters of Franklin as what they are.
Mind
We've
blowing.
got Goose, Bear. They are characters, and they have human-like traits in the story.
And that's what just blows my mind. I'm looking at it, I'm reading it, and I'm trying not to laugh because I just can't get over the turtle Franklin wants a pet. Okay.
Well, what did you think about the type of pet he actually wanted?
Well, I thought, that's a nice pet. It's a no fuss, no muss kind of pet. You don't have to walk a fish. You don't, there's a whole lot of things you don't have to do with the fish that you would if you had a dog or a cat or a rabbit. But I think it feels like he did a bait and switch on his parents.
I see where you get that from, because he did to me seemed like he used the stuffed dog that he has, Sam, as an example of how he would take care of a dog. But that really wasn't what he wanted. And maybe he thought that his parents wouldn't understand him wanting a fish. But if you think about the things that he said, he really just likes, something quiet, something that he can, just look at and it doesn't disturb him in any shape, form, or fashion. It just swims and, goes on about its life, living his best life
Yeah, yeah. I
in
get
that
it. I get it.
that fish tank. And Franklin just enjoys watching him. So I get it. I I do. I get it.
Well, through you, I now get it because it's just like he is. I'm thinking that he's in his shell a lot and he likes that quiet. So he got a pet that fits his personality. So I do get it. I truly do get it. Well, little darling, we've come to that time that I've got to bid you all a fond farewell, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!
Well, there goes Miss Triangel. As you can tell, we both enjoyed this story to the point that we had fun with it. And I hope you got something out of this story as well. Well, until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator out.